Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle, and high school age. Today I'm going to be doing a weekly plan with me in my Erin Condren life planner. This is the vertical life planner. It's the colorful version that came out last year. It is an 18-month planner. Now, if you've been watching recently, past 6 months or so, you will know that I have been using this home planner from Passionate Penny Pincher. However, I realized that it really is just not working for me, and so I am going to be taking a lot of this information and putting it on my weekly planner. Now, I also do use a daily planner, and this is the Daily Duo from Erin Condren, which I use every day, and it really works for me. I like everything about daily planning. It really helps me get a good list down of things that I need to do, as well as work on my time blocking, but I still like to have a weekly plan. Part of that reason is if I have a bunch of places to go, which this week I do not think that I have any places that we really need to go. There are some things that we wanted to do. However, I actually think we're going to be getting snow again. So I don't think that we'll be going anywhere. Now, this is the second week that I'm doing this. I actually planned out last week and it was a disaster. I did record it. And as I went through recording, I was like, no, I'm not going to share this because it was not well done. So instead, I'm going to do another week and we shall see how it goes. But the reason that I like to see this weekly plan is because it does just keep me on track with what needs to be done throughout the week. Especially as I'm going through my daily planning, I am able to look at this at a glance, weekly view and say, okay, well, I have a couple of important things that I wanted to take care of this day. And then I am able to put them, as projects and then work on my time blocking. Most of my day is spent homeschooling, but I do try to have a good chunk of time in the afternoon for projects. And that's when I tend to work on my goals, on any home management stuff that I have to do, which is also somewhat part of my goals. Any, big cleaning, work type things for editing videos, all of that kind of stuff I tend to do in the afternoon during my project block of time. So the first thing that I'm actually going to do is just put in the weather for the week. I have these little stickers from Libby & Co. I got them years ago, and I like to put the weather down mainly because I just like to check in with the weather each week, and then I don't plan things. I don't plan to go places if the weather is going to be bad. Now, I can't find my pen. So today is Sunday the 12th. That's part of the reason that I do not use this planner is because I do Sunday planning, but I want my week to start on Monday. And you'll notice that this is a vertical planner and this is horizontal. Even though it has check boxes for lists, this just works a little bit better because I segment my to-do lists into different categories. And so I think maybe because I've just been doing it so long that way, that's just the best way for me to do it. So that's what we're going to work on today. First, I'm going to do the weather. Now, the one thing that doesn't change during my week is homeschool. So that's the first thing that I'm going to write down. Do I need to write it in here? No, but I do like to just see it. I really don't know why. I just really like to see homeschool here. So it is a little bit more challenging to write with this coil on the Wednesday. So I do tend to have to flip it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm actually going to do is something that I took from the Clean Mama printables, of which I have And this very fancy home binder again. I have wanted to have a good daily task rhythm, and the reason for that is because these daily tasks are things that I do pretty much daily, but there isn't a specific time that I associate with those tasks, and I need it to be more of an actual habit to do these daily tasks, and part of that is doing it at a particular time each day so that they are getting done. Because what happens is, as my day is going on, it's very easy for me to just push things off. Now, obviously, I am wiping down the counters. I'm doing the laundry when I need to. We do make our beds, and so that's not really the issue. The issues that I have are really the clutter on surfaces. So what I've done is I've taken these daily tasks, and I just started doing this past week, and actually I have a week of daily plans video that will go into that a little bit more. I will leave a link in the description box for that. But what I wanted to do is have these daily tasks written on my weekly planner, because this will prompt me to actually put it into my daily plan as well. And that is something I need until it becomes a habit. So the daily tasks that I have are check floors, and I don't know if I want to put tick boxes here or not, check boxes. I think I will not this time. Check floors, vacuum, which I have to do every day, surfaces in kitchen and dining room, because we have a lot of surfaces and everybody likes to just set things on clean surfaces. And then my office desk as well, because I have so many papers that I print out and use, whether it's homeschool stuff, whether it's papers that I need to correct for my kids for math or writing, all of those types of things, random receipts that need to be categorized in my spend tracking, all kinds of that stuff. Now, during my live stream last week, we had a co-working live stream, and I ended up putting a lot of those pages that have just been sitting on my desk for a while now. I put them in here. I'm utilizing a home management binder again. There's a lot more that I want to do with that, keeping important papers and such, things that I need to refer to regularly. So I did get most of those papers put away, which was helpful, but I need to keep working on these daily tasks. Now, in the Passionate Penny Pincher Home Planner, these are the things that they are saying you do every day. For morning and afternoon. Exercise, shower, make bed, start laundry, clean bathroom sinks, plan and prep dinner, wash, put away dishes, clean kitchen counters, wipe down kitchen sink, tidy main living space. Now, some of these things I do. I take a shower most days. I make the beds. We don't do laundry every day. I've mentioned this before. It's just not a habit that I have cultivated. It doesn't work for me. I have tried in the past, and I have not been able to create a system that works for me to do laundry every day, which is fine. I tend to do a couple of loads a few times a week, and it works just fine. Cleaning the bathroom sinks, I don't do that every day. I mean, I guess I rinse them out and wipe them down if there's like toothpaste and stuff, but they really don't, I don't know. Plan and prep dinner, yes, I do that every day. I don't check it off this way though. Wash and put away dishes, my kids do that. Cleaning the kitchen counters, yes, I do that. Wiping down the kitchen sink. A lot of the kitchen stuff, because my kitchen is open all day because we're homeschoolers, I don't focus on these things. And then make dinner, prep meals for the next day, wash, put away dishes, clean kitchen counters, wipe down kitchen sink, set out kitchen towels, sweep and vacuum the kitchen, fold laundry, tidy main living space. Some of these things, yes, I do need to do every day, but because the list is already here, I'm not really doing it, and I need it in a specific order, I think, and I need for me to actually write it down in order to prompt me to do the things. So this is what my order is: checking the floors, vacuum, surfaces in the kitchen and dining room, and my office desk. These are done more in the morning. These are done more in the afternoon. So that's kind of where I am at. at the moment. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is look at my kids' chores, because I print out a Google calendar that I've put together for their chores, and every kid has a color and they have a checklist for what they are responsible for each day. And I just need to write those things down to keep myself on track. And that's partly because we started doing a different order of things, I guess, meaning that they had other jobs and now they have new jobs. If that makes any sense. So these are my kids' colors. Then I can just write their chores down. I do have a calendar that I can print out, that I do print out for them to use, but it helps if I see it, because if I see Emma's supposed to vacuum on Monday, I will see her color and I won't go and vacuum, because what ends up happening is I will have a few free minutes, and instead of doing something that only I am capable of doing, I do one of my kids' chores because it's quick and easy, and then they don't have their chore to do. So when they go to do their chore, I've already completed it. And that is, I mean, it's helpful to them, but it's not helpful to me. And I should be utilizing my time in a different way, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to write out their little chores here, and then it will help me to know what I don't need to do, but what they need to do. And again, could I look at their calendar that I print out? Absolutely. Do I do that? No, I don't. Unless I have that habit to look at the calendar, it doesn't happen. And so because I already have the habit to look at this calendar, I'm just going to write it down here. Now, would it be easier for me to have pre-made lists? You would think the answer to that would be yes, but it's not. I have realized that over the past several months since I started using the home planner, before I was using the physical planner, I was using the printable sheets for the last quarter of 2022. I just was not looking at these checklists. It just was not happening. And if I'm not utilizing the list, no matter how helpful these lists are in things that need to get done, if I'm not looking at the lists, it's not helping at all. Now, some would say, well, just cultivate a new habit, but you know, path of least resistance, guys. And so since I know that I look at this, and I also know that I'm physically writing these lists out myself, it prompts me to keep track of them. I don't know, maybe that's just the way that it works in my brain. So I've written out Emma's chores, then I will also write out Jack and Lucy's chores. Okay, so obviously you see that I'm color coding. Green is my color, blue is Jack's. This, I don't know, corally color is Lucy, and then this magenta type color is Emma. I need to do groceries here, so I need to either put in an order. I don't think I have enough that I can put in an order this week, so I am going to have to just run into the grocery store. I also need to go to the post office, and obviously nothing here because of the snow. That's going to probably mean a lot of shoveling stuff. So the project for this week in the home planner is organize, no, it's not organize bath towels. Let's see, what is the project this week? Organize master bathroom storage. I am going to put that on Monday. And I'm also going to include the upstairs hall closet on Monday, because they do kind of go together. I don't know how that will be. We will see. Now, I have a bunch of projects that I do want to work on for my decluttering goal, my home management goal for 2023 in the month of March. We're getting into the middle of March already, and I've only done Jack's closet. So I do still need to work on a lot of these things. Now, if I can get the upstairs storage and hall closet done on Monday, I'll be feeling really good about things. Now, I also know that Monday is my week of daily plans video. I have not edited that yet, so I may do that this afternoon. I'm not sure if I actually will or not. But the other thing that I have to do is refilm my homeschool update video, and I would like to do that tomorrow so that I can post that here. Over here on Friday, I want to do my part 1 for 2023 2024 homeschool planning. Now, I have already filmed that video, but because I referred to things that I talked about in my homeschool update video, I need to refilm this. I was just rambling so much, I didn't find it very useful or helpful. So, and that happens sometimes because when I sit down to film a video, yes, I know what my topic is, but I almost always am just speaking from the heart, and whatever is on my mind regarding that topic is what I chat about. So I need to work on that. I would like to do it tomorrow. We will see if it happens tomorrow. Otherwise, Tuesday may end up being a pretty solid work day for me as far as content goes. The other thing that I want to do, which I don't know if I'll have time in the morning on Monday to do, I've been reworking my AM routine to spend more of that time as productive work time because I really am the most productive in the morning. However, I noticed that over the past several weeks, I have been slacking a lot, and that time gets absorbed by just internet stuff or reading. Not that reading is bad, but I know that I'm wasting time there and I want it to be more productive. So I am actually trying to put together a video on chemistry options for homeschool because Emma should be taking chemistry next year. I have not finalized whether or not I want her to do chemistry next year. She'll also be doing Algebra 2, or if I want to wait another year and do some other type of science. She's finishing up biology this year. As like, if she were in public school, she would be a freshman. So she's on the earlier side of the math and sciences, and so I haven't decided if I want to do some sort of like a maybe either farm science or health and nutrition and really focus on like anatomy and like healthy living and wellness and that kind of stuff. If I want her to do chemistry while she's doing Algebra 2, which I think a lot of people do, or if it would be better for her to complete Algebra 2 before doing chemistry. I haven't quite figured it out, but I have a bunch of chemistry options that I want to research and then write out so that I can film like a video on chemistry options for high school. Everything from like easier chemistry options that for non-science minded kids to the more in-depth lab chemistry options. I have a whole list and I just need to really wrap my head around those things, partly because I need to know myself, but also partly because I think it would be helpful. There's not a whole lot of information for high school homeschooling, or homeschooling high school, I guess. So it is something that I need to consider a little bit more. Also, I need to, for Patreon, in my Patreon community right now, we are working through time inventories and figuring out how to set up rhythms and systems in our home and homeschool in order to utilize our time as best as we can, not to make it so that every minute of every day is a productive minute, but instead making sure that we are giving ourselves margin and making sure that the things that we are doing are the most important things, and that we're not doing the urgent, unimportant things, the things that pop up during the day that take our attention away from more important things, but could have systems in place to mitigate dealing with those things as an emergency, I guess. So I need to check in with them, and actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to film a video on this next part of our time, or if I'm just going to go live, or if I'm just going to, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put check-in here for time inventories because everybody should be finishing up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I hope. Hopefully this next week they will be finishing up. If you're interested in jumping in, you certainly may. All of the content is already on Patreon, and you know, you can work at your own pace and jump into the conversation as you would like. I will leave a link for the Patreon community in the description box below so that you can join us if you would like to. If I'm doing this, I think that this stuff will be earlier on Tuesday morning, and so I think what I'm going to try and do on Tuesday is finish up getting the art bureau decluttered and organized. I moved a lot of our art supplies into a corner cabinet in our kitchen. When I went through and organized and decluttered my kitchen, I have a bunch of empty cabinets now, which are not going to be filled with kitchen things. So I am instead putting some of our art supplies in there because ideally I would like to get rid of that bureau. It is in my dining room. It's a nice bureau. It's not being utilized well, and I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of furniture this year. There may be a yard sale in my future. And then Wednesday, I want to work on Emma's closet, just getting out anything that does not fit her anymore so that I can get rid of it. I'm not going to be going anywhere Tuesday, Wednesday because of the snow. Thursday actually looks like a nice day, and I have my Patreon live stream on Thursday. So I know that I'm not going to be able to go anywhere unless we go somewhere first thing in the morning, and I'm not sure if we will or not. Q&A is at 2:30 Eastern time. We set the clocks ahead today. I'm like half out of it. When I have a Q&A, there's mainly the morning is spent really in-depth homeschool, and then the afternoon I'm preparing for the live stream and then decompressing from the live stream. But if you're interested in seeing the Q&A, the live streams are posted in the Patreon community, so you can watch it at your convenience. Or if you have questions that you want me to answer, you know, anytime, you can certainly send those in to me. That is totally fine. I don't tend to plan anything on Saturday and Sunday because they are just different days, and I just use my daily planner for that unless we have things going on, which actually we do. Kids have youth group this week, so they're supposed to be serving at a spaghetti dinner after church, and then youth group. I can't remember what time. Is it right after? I think it's right after church, and then right after that is youth group. So I just won't put a time in there. It would be nice if we could get out to the library on Friday morning. Friday is also our screen-free day. So for things to do on Thursday and Friday, I'm not going to put anything from this on here just because I don't think that I'm going to have enough time, because Thursday will be so heavy in homeschool and then right into the Q&A. Now let me just double check with my goals here. Reset, seasonal goals, refresh, implement. I'm doing the new weekly. You know what? I might be able, I have not put together my morning basket yet. Or my spring projects list. So maybe what I will do is I will write down, I'm going to write down garden planning and spring projects. These are just things that need to be done, but they're more lists, and you know, with garden planning, it's drawing out my garden plan where I'm going to plant things and what else I need. Of course, we still have snow on the ground right now, although a lot of it has melted because we're getting more snow this week. It's hard to get out there and figure out what I need to do. I can't even do soil tests right now because I can't see the garden. So anyways, so I'm probably going to work on that stuff in the morning a little bit. Again, nothing on Saturday and Sunday. And then meals for the week. Today I am making soup. So we will have soup tomorrow, and probably I will make bread, And then Tuesday we will have burritos. Wednesday, I think I'm going to make some sort of casserole, either like a turkey rice casserole or mac and cheese or something. I don't know, some sort of casserole. I will figure that out. Oh, you know what I also have to do? Okay, close out February, March budget, and then finalize March, April. Those are pretty much done, but I'll do a final check on Wednesday so that it is really done. Okay, casserole, and then I will do leftovers here, and then Friday probably make pizza. Saturday and Sunday, I'm not sure. So this is my week at a glance, and I've gotten a lot of stuff on here that I wanted to see, and obviously it's not the prettiest, but really that's not that big of a deal to me. Now, the one thing that I did not do yet that I typically do before I fill out my weekly plan is to write out a brain dump list for personal and for my work stuff. A lot of the things that I had thought about are already on here, but I know that tomorrow when I sit down to do my daily planning, I'm going to have a big brain dump list. So I will put that here. These are the things that I know that I need to get done this week. And then anything else that I think of that I put down on here, I will plug in as I'm going throughout the week. These are things that need to be done, but maybe aren't time bound by anything. So I don't need to put them as an appointment. They're just things that I need to do. And so a lot of times I get really detailed with my list, especially for business stuff, and just making sure that I get everything down and out of my mind that I want to complete. But yes, so this is how I am setting up my week. And one of the things that I do want to do is make sure that I'm covering all of these things that I think are important from these weekly task lists, and I think that I do. Now, I'm not using the Bible reading. I'm reading through the Bible chronologically this year, although I did start in the New Testament instead of the Old Testament, and I've been doing that regularly. Some of these things, like I have mentioned these before. Taking out the trash, we do that every day. Sorting paperwork and mail, I do that every day. This also kind of is office desk related, because a lot of times I will sort and throw away things that I don't need, but then I just put things on my desk for later. And so again, I need to figure out a specific time where I'm doing these daily tasks. Not that they all have to be done at the same time. Like I said, floors and vacuuming is usually earlier in the morning. Surfaces and my office desk is usually towards the end of the day. If you'll notice, my kids have vacuuming as part of their chores several days during the week. And so I do the days that the kids aren't vacuuming, but that's just kind of how it works for us. So, and I think that's part of why maybe these lists aren't exactly working, because some of these things, cleaning the bathrooms, I deep clean the bathrooms on the weekend, but my kids have tasks to keep the bathrooms clean and tidy throughout the week. So it's not something that I am necessarily checking off for myself, but I'm checking it off for my kids. Same thing with the bedroom sheets. I usually do those on the weekends. And then, you know, some of these other things are kid related, so that I am not having to be so focused on the daily upkeep of the house, because we all live here and we all participate in living here. Anyways, so this is my week. I feel much better about it than last week. Last week was a mess. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will leave links for everything that I talked about in the description box if you are interested. Again, if you are looking for more help and community, I would love for you to come over and join our Patreon community. I've only had it open for a couple of months now, but I think that it's been so wonderful, and I would love to have you join us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.